I hope everybody's doing well. I also hope that you can actually see this video because it's a little dark in here. On cloudy days, the videos do get a little bit dark because my lighting is not that great, honestly. Anyway, so I've been looking through the plagiarism awareness forms that some of you have submitted already, right? Some people were very on the ball in turning these in. And I'm noticing that under instructor's name, quite a few people call me Ms. Carpenter or Miss Sarah Carpenter. Okay, that's fine. But it gives me an opportunity to talk about something that I don't think we discuss with students explicitly as often as we should. I know that for sure nobody ever discussed it with me. Like, I was in graduate school planning to become a professor before I knew what all the institutional ranks were and what they meant and what. So I thought, okay, let's talk about academic titles and what you should call your professors, not just me, but like how to know what to call all these people as you meet them, because truly it should not be as mysterious as we kind of make it. So it is Dr. Carpenter, but I'm going to explain why. I think the why is more important than she's Dr. Carpenter point here. So you probably are aware of this, but I'll highlight it. In everyday English off campus, when we say professor, we just mean somebody who teaches at a college, okay? Like, a professor is anybody who teaches classes at the college level. That's what a professor is. And we call people who do that at the K through 12 level teachers. And then instructor is like this larger category that refers to everybody. All right. Within an institution of higher education, professor refers to a specific academic rank. There are actually 3 levels that get that title. So assistant professor, associate professor, full professor. Those, like, it's stepped up each time, right? So assistant, and then you step up, and it's associate, and then you step up, and it's full professor. And those titles at the institutional level, like within the context of how a university is structured, they all refer to steps that faculty can go through on the way up the tenure track ladder is what it's called. So tenure track is, the path to acquiring tenure. And there are these steps. You have to submit a dossier and all this stuff, okay? So there's an institutional rank involved, actually 3 ranks, but they're all levels of professor. But then the thing is that in a lot of departments, especially the people who teach entry-level courses, are often not tenure track faculty. Some of them are, right? But it's really common, in fact, more than half of faculty at universities in the U.S. are not tenured, okay? So they're not really in this system. And so depending on the institution, the university, those people might have a variety of different titles, things like lecturer or visiting professor or visiting assistant, or instructor is the one that they're using at UNA. So my formal title within the institution is adjunct instructor of English. The adjunct means it's a semester-to-semester contract, right? So explicitly denoting not tenured. And there are historical reasons for like why people are adjuncts and all this kind of stuff. But most of our titles are kind of like long to say, and they don't generate the immediate respect the professor does. And so those of us who have our doctorates usually go by that title, right? So we don't have the professorial rank, but we do have the doctorate, some of us. And so if we have it, we kind of like to use it, right? That seems to be, this might be me inferring too much, but I kind of notice that people are in fields where it takes a really long time to get the doctorate, seem to be especially invested in using the title. So anyway, if you see on the syllabus for a new class that somebody has marked some letters after their name, so PhD, ED, PsyD, PsyD is PSYD, those all indicate various forms of doctorates, right? My doctorate is PhD, and it's a doctorate in philosophy. I think it actually stands for Doctor of Philosophy. But whatever their doctorate is, they will tend to prefer Dr. So-and-so. And then if they have Mr. or Ms., then that's indicating usually, especially if there are no letters after the name, if it's Mr. or Ms., then that's indicating usually that they don't have the doctorate. they probably don't have a professorial rank, but they may have many, many years of experience in the classroom, because these non-tenured faculty do tend to be focused on classroom exercises, right? Less invested and less participating in institutional research, and more focused on, you know, what's happening in the classroom, like the instructional environment. So anyway, that I hope is a good overview of how academic titles work and what they mean in an institutional context. If you have questions about them, I'll be happy to try and answer those. If you remember my name and call me Dr. Carpenter, or if you call me Dr. C, or if you call me, hey you, my English instructor, that will all be fine. But I wanted to demystify some of the academic categories for you, and this video is my attempt at doing that. So I will look forward to seeing you in class. Take care. Talk to you soon.